Yo, what's up? This week I thought I'd look at this Yuji Ohno track, Fire Treasure. This sort of music is just kind of so rich and interesting, and I feel like it's neglected on the internet a bit, so here I am. Let's see what's up. So this A section centers around G minor, and I say it's a really, really good example of Japanese fusion chord progressions. It's extended, it's melodic, and it serves the melody. So firstly, the 3/4 time there kind of really helps with this swaying, sort of rocking feeling. I don't want to say dance or swing because those have like more musical connotations. But yeah, along with the time signature, the chord progression really contributes to that feeling. So we can see our G minor step down to this really stable F major, and then right back. Then we do the same thing except with C. You'll notice that the C, as opposed to the F, feels a little more lifted and unresolved, partly because it's a little bit farther of a jump. It's a fourth versus just a whole step. So now we're back to G minor. Then hit this F chord with an A in the root. So it's basically an F in second inversion. Because we heard this F before, it sounds familiar, but we have this A in the root. So that tells us we're going somewhere different afterwards, which we are. We're going to this B flat. If you know your triads, you know that B flat major and G minor are quite similar because they both have B flat and D. But the B flat is major here, and it keeps this extended chord progression moving forward without going all over the place. Like, it reminds us of that G minor, but it's still different. So now we hit this D7, and we know that dominants usually resolve to a fifth below. So right back to our G minor. So these next 8 bars, I think, really show how a chord progression can be melodic. So starting on this G minor, we have a D minor after, which compared to that F and that C from before is an even farther jump. It's a fifth versus a whole step and a fourth. So because we have this big jump, it sets us up for new movement, which we get in the form of ascending diatonic major chords. So E flat major and F major. So now this F kind of brings us back to a B flat. It's a 5-to-1 sort of thing. And then from here, we contrast those ascending chords and that ascending line with descending motion. So A minor, G minor, F. Now chromatically walking down, I gotta go up here because I'm on guitar. E minor 7 flat 5, E flat, D minor, which resolves back to G minor. Okay, on to this amazing B section, which I think is a master class in voice leading. I hope I'm using that term right. I use it a lot. So we start out on the C minor, then drop a half step and play a B7, and then play an F7. But wait, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound cool. Well, that's because we got to add this voice-led G, which connects all the chords. So it's the 5th in C minor, the flat 13 in B7, and then the 9 in F7. This descending sort of voice-led thing is super common in traditional pop music. So like Beatles, whatever. Yeah, you get the idea. So then we repeat this a whole step up. Repetition legitimizes. So D minor, then D flat 7 with that flat 13, then G7 with that 9. So now on to our final 8 bars. We're back to our C minor, still doing this descending thing, but this time we change a chord. So instead of B7, we play a B flat with our 13, which, even though it's only a half step difference from that B, it sounds really distinctive, and we immediately know that this ending line is starting. So compare to, and then from here we chromatically go down to our A7, with our 7 on top, which wants to resolve to a D chord. This wants to go to here, but we're gonna milk this line and then play this E flat chromatic approach chord, almost like a suspension, and it lets us get in one more chord with this leading G, and now we get the payoff to that D7, which back to the top is a G minor. Alright, yeah, hope you learned something.